Hey, good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo. And as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Because without you guys, this doesn't work. Let's get open for business here on this morning's edition of Don't Sleep on the Dallas Cowboys, because you literally cannot sleep on the Dallas Cowboys because things happen late in the evening, late at night, first thing in the morning. So you want to be up to speed with all that is America's team, especially on Hump Day. That's right. It's the middle of the week. Oh, man. Time is just literally flying by. This is week 8 in the NFL, and I can't believe it already. Well, the good news is Amari Cooper is in town now. He's getting his physical, and he'll be on the practice field today wearing the number 19. I'm still trying to figure out in my mind who this benefits most, Jason Garrett or Dak Prescott. Um, Clearly, the Cowboys are admitting that they screwed up, that their idea of wide receiver by committee, that if we can take three average guys and equal one great guy, failed and failed miserably. The idea of, yeah, Dez may have some issues and some problems, but letting him go may not have been the right thing to do. And it's easy to look back on things that you've done and see, damn, that was a train wreck. At the time, it sounds like a good idea, but they realize we got to do something different. And I've gone on in another video why I think it actually can make sense because when you look at the first round drafted wide receivers since 2016, it takes time for them to develop. Very few of them come out of the box ready to make an impact, and you would probably be looking at trying to get one early next year. So then you're talking about getting a rookie and waiting for him to develop. Amari Cooper is still 24 years old. He's younger than your quarterback. He can be part of this wave of young talent that we have, being the third youngest team in the NFL, and grow together. And maybe a change of scenery, getting away from that wreck that train wreck, the Raiders, because their offense, everything is just, that team is just done. Everybody's worrying where they're going to be next year. John Gruden is literally just butchering it on up and trying to be able to make a big splash to move to LA. God, I am just messing up this morning to Las Vegas. Seems like everybody is moving to LA. But anyway, for those of you who hate Dak, say Dak is trash, don't believe in him, want him out of here, just take a rest. You're wasting your breath right now because the reality is this. Regardless of what happens, Dak has this season and he has next season to prove whether or not he's worth a long-term contract. The reality is there is nobody else to replace him. I know you say, get the bum out of here, I'll take anybody. Well, it's kind of funny. Is as bad as you believe Dak is, let's look at Alex Smith, who the Redskins signed, who's a veteran quarterback. The Redskins signed for a $90 million contract, 70 some guaranteed. Would you believe Alex Smith has only got 7 touchdown passes, 2 interceptions, a 91 QBR, and is averaging 230 yards a game? Not exactly earth shattering. Dak's got more touchdown passes. Dak's got 8, 2 more interceptions, and his QBR is only 4 points lower, and now throwing 202 yards a game. And what I will say about Dak right now is this. If you look at it from where we started the season, Dak is trending up. Dak is working, getting better and better, okay? None of you guys will give him credit for that. And some of this is time of working with these receivers and learning how to duck a little bit better. And I'm not saying he's Aaron Rodgers right now. He's not. But take a look at the numbers here, where he started out in Carolina, 170 yards, no touchdowns. 160 then against the Giants, but that's a grudge match and all. 168. And all of a sudden, the last 4 games, 255, 208, 183, 273. And you'll see he went from no touchdowns in the Panthers game to now having multiple games with TDs. So I will say at least the trend right now for Dak is the numbers are getting better. Forgive me. I'm hoping I didn't get a cold from FedEx Field, that toxic waste dump. It might have been some bad air I was breathing out there, but my throat is dry as can be. So at least what we can say is Dak's regression, he may have been like here in 2016 into 2017 and then went down. I would say that we're actually trending back up now. And if that continues, maybe he'll be peaking by the end of the season. But here's the reality. When we look at possible changes for next year, there's two routes. Free agency, and let's take a look at the early free agents on the market for next year. Tyrod Taylor, Teddy Bridgewater, Brent Hundley, Trevor Siemian, and Josh McCown. I dare say that Dak Prescott, I don't know for sure, but I believe that with his 25-14 record, I believe Dak Prescott has more wins than these guys combined. And on top of it, to bring one of these guys in to find out if he can be a bridge, because none of these guys are a franchise quarterback. None of them are. None of them are franchise quarterbacks. To bring one of these guys in, you're talking about probably 10 million plus a year. Just to experiment. Cowboys aren't going to do that. So the other way would be through the draft. Well, you ended up taking your number one pick, and you ended up trading it for Amari Cooper because you recognized you needed some talent at wide receiver. More talent, excuse me. More talent. We have talent. Michael Gallup, I believe, is going to be a real deal. Cole Beasley is a beast. I want to see Noah Brown out there and things. But we're talking about a top tier or potentially top tier wide receiver. So in the draft, you're still talking about a second round pick or maybe trying to package up and get back in the first round. But then you're talking about getting other needs. And clearly we have other needs. So you're talking about if you have to go the route of getting another quarterback, it being in 2020. So it behooves you to do everything you can to try and make Dak Prescott succeed. And everybody keeps saying it, well, you're just a Dak sexual, a Dak lover. You're just swinging from his balls. No, I do like Dak. I have faith in Dak. But the reality is, the best thing you can do is make sure that he can become all he can be, that he reaches his potential. Because right now, with what you're paying him and the fact that you're not having to give up draft picks to get another quarterback or pay one of these guys out here on the street, it's better for the team in the long run. It may be that he is not the franchise quarterback. It may be we do have to draft somebody. But it would behoove you, if it is possible, if it's a matter of getting a quarterback guru coach in here, then you do that for the betterment of the team. Now, what I said at the beginning of the season, after the season started, and everybody was talking about how much Dak sucked because we had, Dak can't throw over 200 yards. He's not throwing touchdown passes. And I said against the Panthers, I said, listen, let's at least look at the first half of the season. Let's let him at least get through 8 games. And if he's not improving there, I'll be the first one to say he sucks. He just doesn't have it. Well, we got one more game to go ahead and show that. But I can look at this and say it's getting better. And if it continues to improve at this rate, by the time we get to the end of the season, it'll be 300 yards and multiple touchdown passes. And we'll see what the difference having more talent at wide receiver. It's going to take him some time to get used to the terminology, the system, although it's very simplistic. A route is a route. You still have to understand what the calls are being made in the huddle. But I do believe that Amari Cooper will be good for the offense. And I kind of broke down my reasons why I actually like the trade, because when you think about what Atlanta gave up for Julio Jones to move up and get him, When you think about what wide receivers that have been drafted over the last 3 years have done the first couple of years, you're getting a guy who's already been to 2 Pro Bowls and is only 24 years old. So we'll have to wait and see how that works out. We'll see at our first look of him in a Dallas Cowboy uniform today. And the Cowboys, well, they have 12 days, 13 hours, 28 minutes, and 54 seconds till they kick off against the Tennessee Titans. But as always, friends, I got to get to my day job. Hope you guys have a great hump day, and I'll see you with any news on the Dallas Cowboys. I'm Mark Holmes with Cowboy Joe.